All right, are we live? Are we going? Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Nathan. Welcome to my channel. This video today is gonna be about the Scottish Highland Games. Basically just a little introduction to myself. This is my first big competition, the Phoenix Scottish Highland Games. So I live in Arizona, and at the beginning of the year was like the perfect weather for this. And it was something that I was, kind of nudged to do, and I'm really thankful that I did it. And it has become my favorite hobby. Somebody that has a background in strength sports. I previously Olympic weightlifted, competed in that, had a few setbacks, a few injuries, but you keep working at it. And I found this sport this year, right? 2020 hasn't been the greatest of years, but definitely has a lot of good takeaways, a lot of positive things to pull from, something that we can all learn and grow from, I'm sure. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this is before I start showing you footage. Scottish Highland Games is a really old sport. I don't claim to know everything about it, but I do know you throw heavy things. It's a lot of fun. The carryover from all the strength training that I do, all the athletic workouts and things of that nature, they gotta go hand in hand. So if you're looking for a sport by chance, I would suggest trying the Scottish Highland Games. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of similarities to track and field, specifically shot put and discus. So if you have a background in those, or like myself, I didn't have any throwing background. I jumped into it with no experience and still learning, but I feel like if it's, you never know until you try. So that's kind of my spiel on it. In the footage, you're going to see the different implements that we throw. There are 9 events here in the United States, in Scotland, and in Europe. They have more or less the same events, minus a few, or give or take a few. So it's really cool. It's a very, it's not well known, this sport. And if this video can serve one purpose, it'd be maybe to introduce this to somebody who is looking for that outlet, to express themselves or something to try. And I hope that I can help somebody who's maybe on the fence or is looking to try something out, and give them something to focus their energy into and productivity. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so let's start off with what's probably my worst clip of all, just the quality. But this is called the Braemar Stone, and it is a standing throw with a 22-pound rock, as round as possible, I guess. And essentially, you're throwing it like a shot put. I did practice a little bit. I had a couple months to prepare, doing a few practice sessions a week, so that helped out a lot for sure. But it was definitely something that you can't replicate until you get there. Again, like I said, I would recommend somebody just jump into something like that, and this is your one opportunity where you can fail, right? And you're not gonna be looked at like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. You're obviously new. Take advantage of it. It's the only time that you're allowed to suck. So I would say just get out there and do it. My first throw in the open stone, which is the lighter of the 2 stones. It's about 16 pounds. And with this technique, you're able to use an approach. So you can rotate like I did, or you can glide, or shuffle, just kind of get a little bit of running start, a little bit of momentum built, right? So that's similar to like a shot put technique or something you would see in that sport. So it's pretty cool, and these guys are awesome. I very fortunate and blessed to have been able to compete with these guys. just they have a great attitude. They help out, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about the camaraderie out there. So that's something I'm gonna probably mention multiple times. It's just an amazing experience, to say the least. Throw number 2. This one was a little bit better. I'm still working on that rotation. It's new technique to me. Everything's new, so it's just gonna be growing pains there. I don't know the distance on that one, but I think that was my best. I actually threw a 31 feet. Yeah, that was the throw. Was my best. So I took second in this event. So overall, not too bad. Coming up, my next event was the weight for distance. We started off with the heavy. In these events, there are a lot of athletes on the field. So the way that the order in which the events happen are not necessarily uniform or organized. It's kind of whatever's available is what we'll kind of move into the next. So this weight is a 56-pound steel object that you throw attached to a handle on a chain, and the technique is what you would say maybe the closest to discus in that regard, but definitely a tricky subject, something that's really hard to get used to no matter how many practices you get, how much practice you get on it. As you can see, it was really hard to keep my balance. I fell a few times, and that's just the name of the game. Again, just letting yourself, look foolish. It's fine. It's how you're gonna get better, and it can only go uphill from here, right? Yeah, it's one of those objects that you can practice it a whole bunch, but it can still kick you in the ass, at any time. So just gotta keep practicing. Following up the heavy, we did the light weight for distance. So this one is a 28-pound implement, and same technique. In this one, I actually did what is called a 2-turn, and as you can see, I nearly fell on my face. It's one of those things. Just I need that time. I need that repetition. Second throw, I got a number in, kind of cut it short, and for this third throw, it was definitely my best. Took my time, and I was able to hit a 48-foot throw there. So definitely the most technical event, but I love it. All right, starting with our next event, we have the Scottish Hammers. There are 2 events, a heavy and a light. We're going to start with the light. It is a 16-pound ball at the end of a 50-inch handle, or 4 foot. And yeah, you basically, from a standing position, you rotate the weight behind you, and you release it behind you without moving your feet until you release. A lot of athletes will use boots with lawnmower blades in order to connect themselves to the ground. They'll use them like swords at the end of your shoe, and you just kind of stab them into the ground. This here is the heavy, so that is a 22-pound ball at the end of the handle. And this is the hardest event for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's my experience. I don't have a whole lot of it. Learning, and as you can see, I fell right there. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fall. It happens.
Yes, well done,
Next up, we have the sheaf. So you get a pitchfork, you stab it into this sheaf is what we call them, but this burlap square, and you hike it up over an upright, and the highest throw wins you the event. So that was a 16-pounder. Traditionally, they either 16-pound or 20-pound for like the higher division of the guys. So right now I'm only competing in C. I got the baby weight, but I'm not complaining. I got a lot of learning to do. I might have mentioned it before, but these events go in order of what's available. And it just so happened that weight over bar was our last event of the day. And in this event, you take a 56-pound implement with a short handle, with a ring handle, and you throw it. The same idea, the upright that raises up in height as you progress through the event. So my first throw was a 9-footer. I think this is 10 right here, and it just gets higher. And what's really fun about this is that it becomes like an elimination style, because as there's competitors that they get 3 tries at each height, and once they can no longer continue, well, it's just the guys that can. So this was actually a really, really cool event for me, because it ended up becoming that situation. Right here, I just missed 11 feet. And then the guy, my direct competitor, Jeremy, which is an awesome guy, shout out to him. It was him and I neck and neck at this 11 feet. And he happened to miss it right here. So this was my time to shine. And that's what I'm learning about myself, is in these dire situations, in a competitive moment, I think that I can pull ahead a lot of times. So I'm excited to see what's to come. End up smashing the 11. PR for me. Everything's PR because I'm such a beginner, but felt good. So guys, hopefully this was entertaining. Hopefully it gave you guys some insight as to what the sport is. Maybe it got somebody interested in trying it out. If you live in the area, in the state of Arizona, definitely reach out to me. I'm going to be pursuing different competitions throughout the year. I'm going to try to throw as often as I can, with as many people as I can, because I really, really want to continue to grow in the sport. And also the camaraderie is something that you just can't explain with words. It's really, really, it's really great. So hopefully I can share that with somebody out there, or maybe this gave you, confidence to try any sport, right? Or anything, any endeavor in life that you've been hesitant on trying, or something you always thought about getting into. Just give it a try. You have nothing to lose, and it's better to fear regret than failure. Is a quote that I heard somewhere, but I think it's really really powerful. So yeah, hopefully this served somebody somewhere. So stay tuned. My channel is going to be growing. I want to continue to post content, maybe some tutorials and stuff. So just keep an eye out. Give the channel a subscribe if you are interested in, or if you enjoyed this. Give it a like or a dislike if you didn't like it, and just keep an eye out. And I got social medias in the description. If you want to check those out, those are probably updated more frequently than my channel, but I'll be working on it. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you want to get in touch, want to go throw, practice, you live in the state, or of competitions that are close by or not close by, and you just want to notify me and let me know what's going on, I would love that. So just let's have a conversation. Let's get this going, and hope to hear from you guys. Yeah, that's it. So you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.